Welcome back to the Northern Nerd Network. My name is Dan Schessel, and on this week's edition of the Northern Nerd, we sent out Chelsea to go and talk to some of her friends over at Fight Directors Canada and their workshop that was happening right here down at the U of A. And so we got to sort of, step into their workshop and see some of the practice. And I just wanted to, just show you guys a little bit of what Fight Directors Canada does. We have just a real short clip, and I'll be right back after the clip. All right, so take a look. Here is Chelsea doing her little fight scene. So that's really what they get to sort of do down at this Fight Directors Canada. They train actor combatants to fight with long swords and broadswords and different kinds of weaponry. I believe you guys have seen our lightsaber video that we've done previously. Now this is Janine. She is part of Fight Directors Canada as well. And so this is sort of Janine's thing that she does as well. So when we go down to lightsaber training, this is what we're learning as well at the same time. So like I said earlier, we had the opportunity to send out Chelsea to talk to some of these people about Fight Directors Canada and really what they're all about. So without further ado, I'm just going to pass it off to Chelsea. Take it away.
Welcome back to the Northern Nerd. This week on our video, we are at the 2015 Fight Directors Canada National Workshop. Huzzah! Question for one of our fight masters.
Okay.
Todd, what's the structure of FDC? How does the Nationals work when people come to study at a Nationals?
We have 3 levels of certification at the Nationals, plus an instructor level. So we have our basic, in which you're going to learn single sword, quarterstaff, and unarmed. And then at intermediate, you learn rapier and dagger, small sword, long sword, and unarmed Eastern martial arts. And then at advanced, which is our highest level, you learn rapier and companion, which is sometimes a second rapier, sometimes a dagger, sometimes a cape, sometimes all sorts of stuff. Sword and shield. Armed martial arts, which could be katana, it could be sticks, it could be anything. Advanced small sword, and found weapon.
Now, as you get higher up, FDC does a lot of pulling from actual historical documents.
Yes.
What are some of the places that some of the sword work comes from?
So the work that I tend to do, I take my rapier from Italy, from the 16th century, so from the work of a guy named Capoferro, whose manual was published in 1610. For longsword, which is sort of a big medieval two-handed sword, I look at the school of Lichtenauer, which was a German fight master from the 14th, 15th century.
Now, most lay people, when they say longsword in the movies, they'll think, what, broadsword? Is what most normal people would call it?
Yeah, the broadsword's not the right term for it, but yes, broadsword. Okay, cool. Don't get me started, Sword nerd.
The fight masters will debate swords and sword terms for days.
Yeah.
A favorite weapon you have?
I'm a flexible weapon nerd. I love whips, ropes, rope dart, things that bend and can look cool. Yeah.
My favorite weapon, I would have to say my hands, because as a good teacher once pointed out, they're super hard to disarm, usually.
My true love, which is unarmed combat, specifically combat that takes place on the ground, and grappling in general. I really, really enjoy it, and we get to use those skills here as well, which is fantastic.
I like polearm, like anything spear or anything quarterstaff. Like that's like I just like the reach advantage you get for that, and like the flair that comes with it. So it's probably my favorite.
I just started taking, saber fencing and martial arts, and so I've become enamored of sort of the Chinese weaponry styles. I really like Tai Chi Fan and Kung Fu Broadsword are two of the ones that I'm really playing with a lot now. I like it a lot.
My favorite weapon, I love them all, but I like fighting things against different things, like weapons that don't usually match. So a long stick against two smaller sticks, or a small sword with a cape versus something else. I like seeing how things pair up.
And I'm lately really digging two-handed stuff. So rapier and companion, sword and shield, where you can kind of really get into it. Yeah.
That's not just because I'm sitting here, right?
Of course not. Never, ever would I suck up to Todd Campbell, ever. Because he would stab me in the eye.
Yeah. For fakesies.
So yeah, I guess that's another thing that I like, finding the intention behind. We do everything for fakesies, but when we get it into performance mode and sell it to an audience, finding that intention to find the moments to get the reaction from the audience, that's always super satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Todd,
Okay.
slinging swords
Yeah.
is super fun.
Totally.
And the techniques are a really important part of what we learn here.
I know.
But we certify actor combatants. So can you talk a little bit about what that means?
Sure. Anyone can learn a choreography. Choreography is easy. But to understand the intention behind each of the moves, that's the distinction, right? So that it transcends base choreography to a living, breathing conversation with the weapons. Also, the build of the scene so that you get to the point where you have that murderous intent and you want to kill the other person for fakesies.
Awesome. So yeah, the performing of the choreography, not just a pretty dance with blades.
Yeah, because that would just be a martial arts demonstration, and we're much more than that. We need to make the audience believe that the characters are trying to kill each other, not the actors.
So if you want to learn more about Fight Directors Canada, if you want to find places to train, if you want to sign up for a Nationals or the Worlds next summer, you can go to the Fight Directors Canada website, which is www.fdc.ca, and all of the information is on the website. Nationals are an awesome place to do your basic. Come join a whole bunch of awesome sword nerds and learn some really cool fights for 3 weeks. It's a great way to spend your summer. So thanks everybody so much, and thanks to all our viewers, and we will see you on the next one.
Yay! On the count of 5, you'll be dead.